Okay, hello. It is Monday, April 7th, and got tend to be the easier batch of puzzles the start of the week, so we'll see how we do. I'm going to start with the Daily Akari. Okay, we got a 4 just sitting there. We got a couple 4s in the other direction. We got some X's. This 2 is done. That 2 is done. And let's see. We got to get this X here. That finishes this 2 and these. Got to get both these X's so I can put one there. And let's take a look. So this little cross we're going to have to grab so we can fill that in. Same with this cross. We're going to have to get this X and both of these, and then we're good. Very approachable. So there's some things of, you can fill in what you know, like the numbers and some of the ones that already have full X's. And there were cases of a lot of these sort of one hit values where you have an X in one case, like it was something like this or something that you had to put it in one place or you couldn't get to it otherwise. Cool, pretty good. All right, let's do strands. Half and half. So half and half could be like creamer or things for putting in your coffee, but half and half could also be a split. Um, and you like cut down the middle. There's a J, which is interesting, and some Y's and some interesting uncommon letters. Let's see. Polka? Like polka dot. What would the J be? And we got a Y up there. Half and half. Ooh, wait. Centaur. So that, okay. Like mythical creatures that are half something else. And I don't know too many of those, but ooh, Chimera looks. Oh, that looked kind of good. That a centaur, so that's kind of, I feel like that's a mythical creature. So creature. So creature's in there. But then something creature. So, oh, that's a griffin. I can see griffin. Um, so creature actually interestingly hits both spangrams. So it could just be something right over here. But, oh, a jackalope coming up the slope. It's the Great American Jackalope. Oh, and we're cutting it in through here, so mythical or mystic. Okay, so creatures filled in. That's 4, so there's 2 more, but some aspect of creature is going to be in here. It's like a naiad, or that's, I'm not sure what those are. It's more like a sprite or um, Herman. I liked mystical or magical. We got creature in there. With the N down in the corner, tucked in the corner, which we're going to have to do the D, so it's something D creature. Um, He-Man? No, that's not a thing. STR. That Y is interesting. Man. Ray. Huh. So a centaur, a griffin, and a jackalope are those are sort of magical creatures. Um, hmm. Oh wait, mermaid. Okay, merman, mermaid, merman. Okay, hybrid creature. Okay, and BTSAR or hybrid. So hybrid. So it's just that. Rasty. I'm not seeing it. Starry. Tyras. Tysar. Hmm. Hybrid. creature and I'm not sure what that is, or I can't see it. Could end in a Y, starry, but wow. Gonna kick myself if I find it. Hybrid creature. Wow, I don't know. Um, mm, a satyr? A satyr. I don't, not familiar with that one. A satyr. Oh, is like Pan or sort of a combination of a, what is it? It's a goat, goat-like characteristics, sort of like the god Pan. Wow, okay. That's a tough one. For me, I can't see that word. Satyr. Cool. Alrighty. See plant. Lily plant. Plant. Pale. It could be anti. And then it could end in ly. So um, there's pain left over from if you remove the ly, but then there's a t. You have to use the y, which is interesting. It could be plainly, so that's good, but that doesn't include the t. Can you just stick it in there somewhere? Plenty, but I'm gonna simmer on that. Check out connections. Okay. Pound, locker, level, crater, nail, hills, cape, hanger. Pulse, hammer, beat, gorge, ball, ridge, print, thump. Um, you can thump, hammer, nail, and beat, like sort of hit. Not at all. Wow. You could pound also. You could pound like you're hammering in a nail, or I guess, but so you could hammer, thump, pound, but I guess not. Um, a locker and a hanger both store things, very different sizes. Uh, you can print something. The cape, a crater, a gorge, a ridge. Those all kind of feel like large landforms. Is cape related to? Because a ridge is kind of negative space, same with a gorge and a crater. I could try it. Okay, those are just landforms. Hills is something else. But the pulse, the beat, the thump, the pound could be like the pound where you maybe would keep dogs, or like a kennel. Um, but a pulse, a beat, a thump, that's sort of a driving rhythm. It could be the pound of the rhythm. Okay, throb, yes. Um, so a hammer and a level are both tools. I guess a nail could be a tool, but so these are both kind of clever, arguably. We got double letters, except not everywhere. Print is interesting because I'm not thinking of like some other terms for print. You can print like on the computer. Print could also be something's in print, like a magazine. Um, locker and hanger are both like a word and then er, but ball. Level is a palindrome. That's the only palindrome, though. But a level and a hammer and a nail and a ball, I guess, would leave hills, locker, hanger, and print. Hills. Hills is interesting. I'm not seeing. Okay, what would be that? There's one away from that. Ball seems out of place there. Could be a locker. Nope, still one away. And a ball game or ball gown. Hanger. It's probably not hammer and nail, maybe. Hammer, level, ball, and a locker. No. What are we doing? Picture hanging and oh, foot. Okay. Just dancing around it. Hammer, hanger, a level, and a nail. Picture hanging needs. You need a hanger. Isn't a hanger like a hook? Or like a hanger like, not like a clothes hanger. I was thinking a hanger like holding planes, but you're thinking a hanger. picture hanging needs a hanger? Huh. I guess a hanger is like a hook, and you also need a nail because you're going to hang it on the hook instead of directly on the nail. Got it. And that's football, foothills. Ooh, yeah, that's tough. Footlocker and footprint. Ugh, clever, clever. Okay, so you can redeem ourselves. Price to pay. Cost, admission, magna. That's Carta. The 5 unique letters of the area here fittingly. Okay. Difficulty level for a newbie gamer. Easy. And then give a tug. Yank. Uncomfortable thing to witness a couple do in public. Argue. Gwen something. Spider-Woman's alter ego. Ooh, not sure. Instrument played at the ballpark. An organ. That's probably cost. In need of a hint. Stuck. Non-binary pronoun they or them. So Stacy. Nice. And it's Earth, the area here. Cool. That's clever. Okie doke. Love these people. Okay, let's see who they are. Peek in a party host's medicine cabinet, say. Taboo or not, shouldn't do it. Animal that best represents my attitude during a really hard powerlifting workout. Don't know, we'll find out. Like rental listings that don't require you to pay a broker. I'm not sure. That's a blank space. And we filled it in. Free to catch a pass. Open. Foul consequence. A walk or one ball, maybe in terms of baseball. It doesn't look great though. Magnifying glass for looking at gems. More than sometimes, but not all the time. Could be often, but kind of messy at the moment. In something shoes. Animal that best represents my attitude during a really hard power working load. Okay. Singer with the 1984 hit Lover Girl. Not sure of that either. Try another corner. Adorbs is cute, maybe? Unit for measuring gems. Could be carat. Cute. It's not as adorbs as cute. Cute isn't as adorbs. Can do queens. Not sure. Oh wait, I have trouble reading that highlight of root cause of a PEBCAC error. Was that so? Oh, I thought that would be like PEMDAS, but that's something else. I'm not sure what PEBCAC is. Portable indigenous dwelling. A tent? Indigenous, though. Soothe is ease. Parts of a gym set. Could be reps. Yeah, I don't know that singer. And PEBCAC error. Ooh, that's pretty messy. So I liked open and I liked blank space. So I can keep that. Allow. Let. Books like Priest Daddy and Mom and Me and Mom. Box you hit up for cash with an abbreviation. Aber. Accessory worn at University of Hawaii graduations. Or worn, sorry. Lay. Chemically unreactive. Inert. Gone down the hatch. Eaten. Bail, bounce, bolt. Leave. Farmer's harvest. Could be the crop. Those kind of look like words. Ready to lose your irate. Space exploration vehicle or the spirit. Okay. Rover. Completely wrecked post-workout. Spent. Two singers, and I'm not sure. Lover girl and lover boy. Okay, it's probably Frank Ocean, though I'm not familiar with the song. Some people on social media. Fake? Chain that serves stacks. Board game with cars, pegs, and a colorful spinning wheel. That's probably life. So it might not be fake. Or drove fast enough to get a ticket. Sped. Or could be bots. Bots. Sped. Chain that serves stacks. Okay, IHOP. Tofu. Yep. Protein in. Not sure how to pronounce that correctly. Nandushan. I should look that up. One of Pittsburgh's three rivers. The Ohio. Billy Ocean. Is that a thing? Ooh. For everybody to hear aloud. Box you hit up for cash. Foul consequence. Oh, memoirs. Okay. Box you hit up for cash. Oh, the ATM. Foul consequence. Ooh, I'm not sure. It's top half. Not familiar with a lot of these. In something shoes. Could be blank space. It could be outer space. Not taboo. A no-no? No, that's not a thing. That wouldn't fit. I like open. Free to catch a pass. They're open. Magnifying glass. Is that is a loop? Like OOPE? Is that right? A loop. I think it's called a loop. A loop? Maybe a sloth. Jennifer Weiner. In his and her shoes. Singer. Not sure. More than sometimes. Okay, then now see often. Foul consequence. Foul consequence. Peak in a party host's medicine cabinet. No fee. And in her shoes. Oh, Snoop. Okay. And foul consequences is a penalty. And its loop is, oh, yeah. And then outer space. And then Tina something. Root cause of a PEBCAC error. Might have to look that up. Can do Queens co-host O'Hara. Not sure. Portable indigenous dwelling. a TP, but um, I feel like that would be double E's or a Tina something. Portable indigenous dwelling. And then that could be a name, so, and that also is a name. What is a PEBCAC error? PEBCAC. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. Not familiar with that. Okay, so user error. Tina Marie, maybe? And Asia? TP in that. Ah, okay. Alternative spelling of TP. Wonder if that's the word. I always have trouble with TP. I want to put like E's everywhere, but yeah, TP only has one E at the start, even though you pronounce it with double E's like T. I like TP in that spelling. That's nice. Um, all right. By now, those who solve my puzzles may have noticed a deep obsession with 80s music. Yep, bit of obsession. My favorite songs. And I enjoyed Stella's related clues for One Down Sloth. Yep, got mixed around in this top left corner. And Spent. Completely wrecked post-workout. Yep. That is also kind of cool that it starts, or usually you start in the top left-hand corner and you start with Sloth of your kind of during, and then at the end, in the bottom right, that you can use Spent. So usually you go top left to bottom right. That's clever. And what was there was the long-term that. Can I copy this? Not easily. Yan Dushin, I think, or let's see if we can find another. Whoops. How would pronounce Yendush Yendushian Yendushian Xian maybe Xian sounds like a soft H. Okay, Yendushian, which is Chinese soup dish. It's made from a duo of cured pork and fresh pork with fresh winter bamboo shoots and tofu skin. Interesting. Sort of a pork broth thing. That could be yummy. Haven't had that before. Cool. Always good with some tasty foods from some Puzzmo crosswords. Okay, and try to end with the Monday. And we got some shaded in areas that are all 3Bs. Court summons, having a benevolent goal in mind. Instruments for John Coltrane and Sonny Rollins. Does John Coltrane play the saxophone? Big payout potential or a hint to the words in the shaded squares and the clue numbers on which they begin. Ooh, okay. Insect that flies towards lights at night. A moth, a gnat, a moth. Malt liquor, off kilter. Askew. Little injury. An owie. Interpreter's job. Translation. Cool. Oh, a rye, maybe? Churchgoer songbook. A hymnal. Okay, so court summons. What was it again? That looks like Tennessee, but also 10 something. A hint to the words in the shaded squares, okay, so 10, and the clue numbers on which they begin. This is also O. That's interesting. Choice. Option or something, a gift, present. Present. Trevi Fountain Locale. Rome or Roma. Smidgen. I think it's in Rome. Time's a wastin'. I'm off or choice. School on the Thames. It's probably Eton. Smidgen. Oh, iota. Pick. Time's a wastin'. Come on! That's good. And from Nairobi, Kenyan. So just Rome. Be loose-lipped. Spill, say, talk. Spreadable cheese that's often baked. Spreadable cheese. Baked brie. Be loose-lipped. Blab. Play poker or roulette. You bet. Wild card in a crazy card game. Not sure. Non-poetry. Prose. Ash Ketchum. No, not Pokemon Captain's record book. Their log. That's an 8. Crazy 8s. Okay. 10. Ooh, I'm not sure. Umpire's call. Safe. If I were you. 10. Tennisani. Ugh. Opt. Apt. Intel chip. That could be 1. Intel chip, whose name sounds like an element on the periodic table. Pen something? So 10 nis tennis anyone. There it is. Court 7 tennis anyone. There we go. So this, I guess you were saying big payout potential or a hint to the words in the shaded and the clue numbers on which they begin. So this starts at 19, which starts with a 10, I guess, and ends with a 1 in the 21 for this one. Maybe is that what we're doing? So this could be, I guess, 20, but, or 2. I'm not sure. What is this? Having a benevolent goal in mind. Following or something. Reach by foot. Rap God. Eminem. I think it's Leo doesn't look good. Instruments for John Coltrane. Translating. And yeah, OMG, there we go. So they're all 10 to 1? And why do they start? Why does this have to do with a hint to the words and the clue numbers on which they begin? So they could all be 10 to 1. And then it's 10 to 1 odds. 2, 1 odds. Okay. Not entirely sure why the clue numbers on which they begin, like this begins on 53 to 55. Clue numbers on which they begin. Didn't that? Might need some explanation. It's like, 'tis but a scratch. Score that leads to overtime. A tie. English county through which the Thames flows. Maybe Essex. Escape. Long, long time. An eon. Tenor saxophone. There it is. Saxophones. NP is interesting. COO? And a coup. Okay. Some broadcasts updating current events. Claude Buster. Claude Buster. Peter O'Toole. Mechanical memorization. Wrote. Claude, okay, but it could be a hoe, but this feels wrong. NPR something. Updating current events. NPR. Football cries. Olays. Organization concerned with protecting. That's OSHA, I think. PERT. Reply. Gnaw on. Chew. Castaways. Home. An aisle. NPR News. Okay. Sass. And antics. Prince but not a princess. Son. Pros and con. Interest rate unit. Percent. Vehicle with a gun turret. A tank. Representative. Agent, maybe? Cry made while pointing. Look. And what? That was agent. Buddies. Pal. Nut for Thanksgiving. Pecan. Inflated sense. Ego. And CEO. Okay. Machete. Example. That's a knife. ET's vehicle is a UFO. Beamed with excitement. Lit up. Reach by foot. Walk to. Well intentioned. Nice. Pentium, I think that's. Mazda convertible. A Miata. Big branded nail polish. Not sure. Invert. Baseball scored due to a defensive team's error. Someone with an experienced advisor. The Addams family? No. Uma Thurman. Someone with an experienced advisor. A mentee. Sleep stage. REM. Oh, double D in Adams. Unend and item for exhibition. A demo? Soaks up. Sops up? First son of Seth. Ugh. Bit of coal for or sugar. A lump. Treat with the right stuff. Oreo. Demo and baseball score. Unnard. Invert. Unend. Upend. Upend feels better. And unearned run. All right. Hint to the words in the shaded squares and the clue numbers on which they begin. 5-3, 4-5. I guess that's 5-3, 4-5, 2-7, and 1-9. Is that what we're doing? It's knowing when to throw away and what to keep. Yep. Whatever the big out, it doubles as both the words in the shaded and the clue numbers on which they begin. You'll notice as you solve that certain letters appear repeatedly in the shaded squares. Tennis, anyone? Yep. Well, a 27 across, it's well intentioned. Do these 10 to 1s remind you of anything? That payout potential is going to be 10 to 1 odds. Not only do these betting odds feature in the shaded squares of each themed entry, they also appear in only odd numbered clues. Okay. Any associations? Yeah, I think that one just happened. Wasn't, yeah, AMA. But yeah, that there are some options there, which is the American Medical Association. Yep. Oreo was good, which is quite a feat. Um, Good Oreo clue is always nice. Translating and then OMG, yeah, did translation. Yep, 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 yep. Except OMG makes no sense otherwise. Unearned run, yep. And NPR news, that is tough. Coolio, Coolio, Coolio. That's good stuff. Okay. Successful on this. Got here. Failed this with the feet. Needed help for Seder and the mini. And then this could be playing tin play or plaything, tally, tally pin. That's not a thing. Pin tally. Um, Antipathy or something. Antipathy. Antiply. Pliantly? Alright. Maybe there's more, but Pangram in the books. Oh, and we restarted this one to look at it, but cool. Nicely done. Okay. Another one in the books for Monday, April 7th.